Mason, what's it been like, just the trio that you guys have in that room at tight end position, just the reps, the ability that you guys have been getting the ball a little bit more, and just the success you guys have had on offense?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think, Jalen and JC, they bring a different dimension to the game, especially the tight end room. Jalen running Wildcat quarterback, and then, JC, he can do a little bit of everything. He's very fast and physical guy, so I think that brings a good dynamic to the tight end room and makes it harder for, defenses to cover us.
John Carlos in particular has credited you with really taking the new guys kind of under your wing and kind of being a leader and getting everybody on the same page, showing guys where they need to be, what they need to do. How did you kind of approach the role that you have now in that regard?
Yeah, well, this is my 4th year here at Tech, so I'm obviously an older guy on the team, and this is my 3rd year with Coach Kitley and his staff in the offense. So my knowledge of the offense is a little bit more in depth than John Carlos and Jalen, since they just got here in the spring. So I think it's my role as being here as the older guy to help these younger guys or people who just got here or transferred in to be as successful as they can. So I think that's my role, and I've kind of took them under my wing because I want them to just be as successful as they can, and I really think that's very possible for them.
Do you feel any pride knowing that both those guys have gotten on the school board now, and you've kind of helped in that process a little bit?
Yeah, it's always fun seeing people in your room being able to score, especially those guys, and you see all the work they put in and how hard they worked over the summer and in fall camp, and it's always cool to see people that are in your room and people that you're pretty close with score.
Is there any frustration on your end not maybe being as involved offensively right now?
I'm pretty involved. I played 54 snaps last week, and I'm just worried about doing my job. So whenever the time comes for me to run a route, I just got to make sure I'm doing it to the best of my ability and getting open. And then whenever I'm run blocking, my main focus is doing my job and helping Taj get closer to the leading rushing record. So my whole deal right now is just doing my job, and then the time will come where the ball gets thrown my way.
What's been this tight end room's attack plan against Cincinnati coming up?
Just doing our job. Coach Kitley and his staff, they do a great job of scheming up the plays and all that. So we just have to worry about our 111th and doing what they want us to do. And I think if we do that, then everything else will take care of itself.
Outside of football, is there any other career paths you're interested in?
Yeah, I don't really know yet. I haven't really thought about that too much because it's been straight football. But if all were to end, definitely something in the oil field. I love West Texas, and I could live out here. I have a lot of family friends and people that we know that are in the oil field business, and it's big out here in West Texas. So I definitely could. That's something I'm definitely interested in and willing to explore.
I guess you have your next hunting trip planned out?
Yeah, we typically go. Every Thursday now during dove season, we have like the afternoons off, so we'll go Thursday afternoons, and then the bye week's coming up. Whatever season's open, we'll go out and see what we can get into.
Following up on what you said a moment ago about liking it out here, you're recruited by a different staff. You're recruited to a different system. Your tight end room has the next 3 guys after your transfers. Guys are transferred here. What is it maybe about Texas Tech or Lubbock that has kept you here in the era when so many guys are here for a while and then transfer?
Yeah. So whenever I was looking at the whole recruiting process, my parents always told me, and people that have played college athletics, like college coaches, they're not always permanent. Especially if you're not winning, they're gonna replace and get a new staff in. But so they always said you have to like the town that you're going to go to school in more than the coaching staff. And whenever I came on visits here, I loved Lubbock. It's home away from home for me. Love the people. It's the nicest people I've ever, been to, or in a city that I've ever been to. Very hospitable. So ultimately it came down. I love the town more than anything, and I could come to school here if I wasn't even playing football.
And regarding the system, particularly you're always prominent. You pull so much on the counter play. Tell us a little bit about that. Just your role in all those Taj runs.
Yeah, no, the counter is one of our best plays, and we're always run that and very successful in that play. So, you know, it's always just go back to doing my job, and you know, I feel like I do pretty well at that play, and you know, just the amount of reps I have at it. I mean, I think it's a very successful play, and you know, it just goes back to doing your job, and just doing that and helps Taj, you know, get the ball and let Taj be Taj.
Had you ever done much of pulling as much before you were in this system?
No, not as much. I did a little bit in high school and a little bit in my freshman year, but this is definitely the most I've done it for sure.
Can you talk about the success this program's having at home now, 13-3 under McGuire?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, the fans is what it comes down to. You know, they make it a hard atmosphere to play in for visiting teams, and you know, it always makes it fun to come out and you know, see all the stands full and the student section full and everyone being loud. It just makes it really fun to play and gives Tech, you know, the advantage, and you know, makes it exciting for them.
Are you extra pumped up? It's a night game.
Oh yeah, I definitely am. You know, night games get fun, especially you know when the students are out tailgating all day. You know, you never really know, how it's going to be. But I've never been to one night game that's not as loud as it possibly can be, and you know, it's always fun. It gets freaky, like Barron was saying here a minute ago.